Hi, I'm Michelle with Pikes Peak Dream Homes Realty.
And I'm Patty with 719 Lending.
And we're here to talk to you today about home ownership and how you as foster parents and host home providers can qualify for a home loan. So I know that in working in the field for over 10 years, there are a lot of misconceptions about the type of income that you receive and whether you can qualify for a home loan.
What kind of income do they receive?
Well, Patty, a lot of their income is what's called a government stipend. And so because it's a government stipend, it's not taxable. So sometimes they'll receive 1099s, but sometimes they won't. And from what I've seen, a lot of the foster families or host home providers that I work with won't even always file taxes because their income is non-taxable.
Okay.
And so what would that look like for somebody who has an income, a government stipend income that's non-taxable, and maybe they don't have a 1099 or they haven't filed taxes? Could they still qualify for a home loan?
Absolutely. Ideally, just to throw it out there, even if that is the case and you haven't been filing taxes, I would encourage you from a lending standpoint, go ahead and file your taxes. Even if you're not really paying anything, get that documentation going. However, if you are looking to buy a home right now and you haven't been filing taxes and you don't receive a 1099, then from what I understand, you do receive contracts, and oftentimes those contracts will outline how much you're making for that year. So we can accept contracts or any type of foster care income documentation, letters that you might get, which from what Michelle has shared with me, those are possible as well. So we can take those and actually use them as income verification. And not only that, because that income isn't taxed, we can actually gross up your income basically to make it seem like you make more because that income isn't taxed.
Right. So just to expand a little bit on that, a lot of the letters that I used to write for my host home providers and foster families were letters that kind of laid out the dates from when you first started contracting with the agency and how much you made each year since you began contracting. And so typically the letters will summarize all of your income, how long you've been working for them, and then usually ends with something, a statement to the effect of that they do intend to continue contracting with you. And so if I'm right, a lot of that kind of statement would qualify as a verification of income.
Yes.
Right?
And traditionally what we try to look for is about 2 years of steady income in any one given area. So even if though you haven't been doing it for a full 2 years, still give me a call. There are absolutely times where we can have a loan happen even though you do not have that 2 years, but know that that is usually an industry standard.
Okay. So what other things besides that income verification do they need to provide in order to try to get pre-qualified for a loan?
So I'll always ask for some basic information. I'll need your full legal name, your social security number, authorization to be able to pull your credit and see your debts, liabilities, get your mid-range credit score, that kind of thing. I'll need your current address as well as at least 2 years of previous address. And any 401k accounts or asset accounts that you might have might also help you to qualify for more, so I'd also ask for those.
Okay. So when it comes to qualifying for a home loan, it looks like they can. Is there any other thing as far as like what kind of down payment would they need to expect to have to pay for?
So I always like to throw it out there that if you have any kind of VA eligibility, then you can potentially get 100% loan to value financing. Now, if you don't have any VA eligibility, you can probably expect to need to bring anywhere between 3 and 5% to the table, depending on which loan program you go with. That's something I'm always happy to research with you and figure out what the best fit for you and for your family might be.
Okay, so we hope this answered a lot of your questions, and especially it dispelled the misconception that just because you have a government stipend and just because your income isn't taxable, you can still qualify for a home loan. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm Michelle with Pikes Peak Dream Homes Realty.
And I'm Patty with 719 Lending. Have a great day.